What's up guys, it's Ken. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I honestly wanted to make a video about a long time ago. I got a question on Instagram. Somebody asked me what I thought about the Heritage Audio HA73 preamp that I got compared to the Warm Audio clone as well. So basically those two preamps are Neve 1073 clones. Now I told him that I don't have experience with the Warm Audio, but I would generally recommend Heritage over Warm Audio just because I've heard better things about Heritage Audio when it comes to their clones especially. So I'm going to give you guys a little backstory on why I got this unit. So basically I actually got this unit in September 2020, so I've had it for about 4 years. I upgraded from just using an Apollo Twin, and when I got the preamp I basically wanted to just start my journey into using outboard gear. So the first thing I got was a preamp. And I did hear a difference. It wasn't anything too crazy, but I did hear a difference. The recordings were a little bit more warm sounding. You know, they had an analog feel to it, but it didn't add too much color. You know, it wasn't anything too crazy. It was still a little transparent, I want to say. And also another thing too, I don't really use the EQ on this unit. I just use it for the sake of the preamp. I have mixed with the EQ before. Like I've sent audio routing into the unit line in and then mixed with the EQ. It doesn't sound that bad. I will say it's not for everything, but it's worth it to try it out. And I think honestly I'm gonna start trying it out more because it's the only analog EQ that I really have right now, even though it's only one channel. But yeah, overall it's a really good piece of gear. I would recommend it for anybody that's looking into getting a preamp that doesn't want to spend too much money. I picked it up for 900 bucks and I think you can get it for the same price. It's still at around $900. One thing I will say though is that looking back, I think that I would have just waited, save up a little bit more money, and just get the Neve instead of getting a clone. Now the Neve is about double the price at $1,800, but you know, you're not getting a clone, you're getting the real deal. And overall longevity, I think it might be worth it just to get the Neve unit, but there's nothing wrong with the Heritage. I've had it now for 4 years. I use it every day when I track, when I record. I get amazing sounding vocals coming through it. I have no complaints about it. I'll show you guys the unit real quick and the settings I use. So obviously I'm using phantom power. There's a line switch if you want to switch to the line input. You got a direct input, low Z pad button right here. Then you basically got your preamp gain right here. For recording vocals I usually just keep it on 45, which is a good balance. I've used 50 before, but I like 45. I feel like it's a good sweet spot. I do engage the EQ. The EQ button's right here. The phase switch is over here to invert the phase. So I always keep the EQ engaged. I don't do anything with the highs. Actually, sometimes I just raise the highs a tiny bit, as you can see. So for the mid band, you get your 360 Hz, 700 Hz, 1.6, 3.2K, 4.8, 7.2. For the low shelf, you get 35, 60, 110, 220, but I keep this off, especially for tracking vocals. But I do put on the low cut at about 50. I don't usually do 80. I feel like 80 is too much sometimes. 50 is a good spot where you can just always keep it, I feel like. And then for the output gain, you just adjust that as needed. So yeah, I think it's a great preamp for somebody, especially if you're looking to get your first preamp and dive into the analog realm. But like I said, if you have the extra money and you're willing to maybe save up, I would just recommend getting the 1073. That's kind of what I wish I did, but I was a little younger back then. I just wanted to dive into getting more gear, and look, I have no complaints. So like I said, I would recommend the product. They make great gear. I got another Heritage unit right here, monitor controller. Heritage makes great gear, and that being a clone, it's a great unit. So I got no complaints. And when it comes to just getting the standalone preamp or the unit with the preamp and the EQ, it's really up to you and what you are gonna need it for. I mean, if you get the one with the EQ, you'll have a little bit more flexibility and the option to mix stuff out of the box anyway, but that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy this short little review. Like I said, it's a great unit. I recommend it for anybody that really just wants a entry-level preamp. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.